Today's lesson is overexpression word problems. And the goal is, given a word problem, you can write an expression and simplify it. Remember, we always want expressions to be in simplest form, least confusing. Let's start off with a geometry problem. So we're going to find the perimeter of the following rectangle. Notice that we don't have all numbers, we have some variables thrown in. Doesn't matter, we can still do this. So, to find the perimeter of any shape, all we do, we should know this, we just add all the sides. That's all we're going to do here. So let's write an expression to find the perimeter of this rectangle and simplify it by adding sides. So we've got 5x, we know about that. We've got 6x plus 3. Well, we know it's a rectangle. This has to be 6x plus 3 down here, same as this one on top, and the sides are the same. So we're just going to add another 5x and another 6x plus 3. So now it's a matter of combining our like terms. So we just take all of our x terms and just add them up. 5x plus 6x is 11x, and then plus another 11x gives us 22x. And we add our constants together, 3 and 3, give us 6. So that's all we have to do in that problem. A word problem. So at the movies, popcorn costs $2.50 and a drink costs $2.75. We're going to write an expression that represents the total amount of money you would spend for any amount of popcorn or drinks you could buy. Well, first what we're going to do is to find our variables. We're going to assign a variable to each unknown part of the problem. In this case, we have popcorn and drinks, and I'm not sure why or what this defi dia variable is. Pry says to find the variable, but obviously we have a typo. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it easy. We're going to say D for drinks and P for popcorn. Next, we'll multiply the variable you selected for popcorn. Now the cost of popcorn, which is $2.50, pretty cheap these days for popcorn at a theater. So $2.50 times P. So for any amount of popcorn, any number of popcorn tubs we get. Move that out of the way there. Sorry to be blocking part of it. Now we do the same thing for drinks. We said D for drinks. Drinks cost $2.75. That's still a bit cheap for drinks at movies, especially with the free refills. So $2.75D. Now we're trying to find the total amount. So all we have to do at this point is total the expression. So we have 250p plus 275d. That's how we can find the total cost for any amount of popcorn and any amount of drinks. So I was going to put it together. If you guys want to try this out on your own, you can. Pause the video. Otherwise, keep it rolling. You buy a hat for $8 and rent DVDs for $3 each. Write an expression that represents the total amount of money you spend for any number of DVDs you might rent. So let's use D for DVDs. And we know they're $3 each. So we can say 3D. And add that to an $8 hat. No need for a variable, just one hat. 3D plus 8 for our total cost. Okay, a little more complicated now. Kaden goes to Trader Joe's to buy her apples and bananas. She finds that each banana costs 19 cents and each apple costs 69 cents. Write an expression that represents the total cost of any amount of bananas and apples Kaden buys. So let's go ahead and define variables. We'll use A for apples and B for bananas. Worked out nice, A and B. We have apples that cost 69 cents and 19 cents per banana. That expression gets us the total cost. We can plug in any amount of apples and bananas there. And there we have our total. Finally, a mixed bag of candy contains Milky Ways, Snickers, and Three Musketeers bars. We're going to let X represent the amount of Snickers, and there are 5 times as many Milky Ways as Snickers, and twice as many Three Musketeers as Snickers. Doesn't seem right. Snickers are the best. There should be the most of them, but I didn't make the bag up. Write and simplify an expression for the amount of candy in the bag. So we're told to use X for Snickers. And then we're also told that there are 5 times as many Milky Ways as Snickers, well, 5 times as many Snickers. So 5X for Milky Ways. And then there's 2 times as many Three Musketeers as Snickers. So 2X would be the Three Musketeers. If you're not quite sure about that, take a second and soak that in, pause the video, look at the problem, look at the variable definitions. And if you see that, we should be good to go. So the total amount of candy, we just got to add them all up. And we always want to be simplified, so we're going to add these 3 together because they're all X terms. So 5X and 2X is 7X. Add one more X. There are this many pieces of candy in the bag. So however many pieces of Snickers there are, just take that times 8, and we've got our total amount of candy in the bag. This concludes your lesson over expression word problems.